What's up YouTube? So today I'm going to be showing you the boat I got on Facebook Marketplace for $4,000. I plan on doing a ton of work to this boat. I've already done a decent amount of work to this boat. Unfortunately, I didn't record it. But yeah, man, let's hop into it and I'll kind of show you around the boat and tell you about the plans of this channel. I know this is the first video, but let's get into it. All right, so here she is. It is a 1994 21-foot Pro Line. It's got a decent trailer. It's gonna need some work though. It's got rust all over pretty much every U-bolt on this thing. It is a roller trailer, so no bunks. So it's got a 150 Johnson on it. The motor itself is actually pretty perfect. I mean, there's really nothing wrong with it that I've seen. I've done a tiny bit of work to it and I'll kind of show you that as we get into it. But overall, I mean, the thing is pretty clean. I did clean this out, so that's why that's super clean down there. There's just a little bit of sand and muck. So here's what I did. Before, there was absolutely nothing here. It was just these two fuel lines and then a fuel line running all the way back to this fuel pump that was here. I removed that fuel pump, then I added these two in here. I got this off Amazon. And then I added a ton of gasket sealer and made sure these bolts were extremely tight. Not too tight, but I didn't want it leaking because they're prone to leak. I added some fuel line in, obviously. Not the best work, but it gets the job done. I haven't had any major leaks or any fuel leaking so far. And the motor runs perfectly on the water after testing it, so. This boat actually has some pretty good live wells. They definitely need a good cleaning. This one's just a trash can, I think. Yeah. Down here we have the batteries. I have redone pretty much every battery cable as well as the cables going up to the console. I want to relocate these under the console as well as the battery switch because that is just a pain to get to. These hatches are absolutely toast. So we're going to be replacing all of that. So my biggest concern on this boat was actually the bilge, but the bilge is pretty immaculate. I mean, it needs a little cleaning, but I replaced the pump as well as the switch. I need to tidy up the wiring before we actually do anything with this boat. But so far, it is looking pretty nice. All of the upholstery on this boat is going to need to be replaced. It's pretty bad. I do want to replace this with a leaning post maybe, but I kind of like the cooler idea, especially if I go to sell it to a family or something. They'll like the cooler. So the bow of this boat is actually massive. I could probably fit 7-8 people up here. Down here we got 2 fish boxes. They need to be cleaned. I did redo the plumbing on these because they were clogged up and there was about an inch of water in here when I first bought it. Yeah, they just need to be cleaned. I also need to fix that. Here we just have your basic anchor line and anchor line box. I did add a new antenna, just a cheap one. It gets the job done. Here we got the center console. I have replaced most of the gauges. I just haven't put them in yet, but I plan on putting all new gauges all together once we get the new acrylic. This one's kind of toast. I'll probably put a GPS here. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this one or not. I might just for redundancy. Compass is toast. This does not work at all. Pretty much a brand new radio came with the boat. I'll probably get a new steering wheel here. This one's not bad. It's just not my forte. This looks pretty good. Definitely needs some cleaning though. And maybe a new strap. Got a basic switch panel here. I love the cleanliness of this. Probably put on some badges here. The wiring down here, pretty bad, not gonna lie. But we'll tidy all that up. I've done some of the rewiring. I just haven't had time to actually come in here and clean it up. So you'll be seeing that. I'll probably clean down here as well. I might take this whole console out anyway. I kind of want to take it out so when I do the new acrylic, everything looks good on it. I might do a new windshield on here as well. We'll see. All right, so there you have it. That's the boat. We're gonna be doing a ton of work to this thing. Probably 2 to 3 videos a week. I'll try. It is hotter than hell in Florida, and I do work a full-time job, so there's that. But we are going to try and upload. If you guys like the content, if you want me to do something, show you something on the boat, let me know. But thank you guys for watching.